was gonna go get a fucking drink or something.
Oh, get a drink then.
Fuck, man.
Okay.
No, we're gonna go. No, fucking.
No, we're going right now. Oh shit! Wait, where are we at? Show's starting, dude.
No, well, fuck that. Show's gonna have to wait for me to get up. Drink.
Yeah. All right.
You have the controls in your hand, guy. You can control when this shit starts.
Okay, we're gonna pause the show. Adam's gonna get a drink, and we'll be right back. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, Adam, you're back, right?
I am indeed back.
Okay, you're back, and the show's recording.
Awesome.
Ask Adam League. Here we are, another episode.
Fantastic.
I'm Don, the producer, and this is
the Adam.
That's what he's known online as the Adam.
Yeah, like I said, I prefer Adam or the Royal Highness, whatever you want to call me.
Highness. I think we'll slide on that one. Actually,
anyway,
how are you, Adam?
I am doing all right. This feels like deja vu.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we got a question from Bobby, and I think you're gonna like this one because me knowing you, I know you like space stuff and everything. And well, okay, let's get to the question as it came to me. It was simply, are we alone? And then later on, I found out actually that Bobby was asking about aliens and not so much about ghosts or God or angels or anything like that. It was specifically about aliens is what he was asking about. So that's Bobby's question.
How was the question first formatted? Like, what was the actual, like, specifically verbatim question?
Email, are we alone?
Right, are we alone?
That's it.
So you're absolutely positive he wasn't referring to Tiffany. Are we alone now?
Tiffany? Oh my God.
What?
Now, okay, if you know about that song, right, like I said earlier, then you're too old for this podcast?
What are you talking about earlier? I had a dream about something similar to what you just said.
Oh, God. All right. Well, all right, Adam, are we alone?
Yeah, yes. Yes, we are.
We're alone. There's no aliens out there?
No, so here's the deal. First off, I'm gonna attack this from a different point of view. First things first, the reason I asked how the question was asked, like I said, I enjoy many of your guys' questions. Personally, when I hear a question that's asked, I often do a couple of rolls over like multiple different things they could have meant. I generally will know what you intended, but it's always kind of fun to see the other aspects by which you overlooked when asking the question. I may not know what you meant. And as Don had said that later on in the email, it had stated, oh, it wasn't ghost. It wasn't, because like when I hear a question like that, are we alone? That first goes spiritual. And there's a reason for that. Spirituality.
It did for me as well, I have to admit.
Now, that doesn't mean I didn't understand that the questions most commonly asked because the funny thing is asking about if there's aliens is actually as spiritual as asking if there's God in some ways. And
how's that go?
I'm glad you asked.
Well, it is cold. Ask Adam.
We're going to do the reversal. We're going to answer it backwards, then forwards. So with that said, you did ask a very valid question. How is that so? Well, many persons out there want to believe in a higher being, mostly because it gives us purpose. It gives us a place. Now, that doesn't mean that's right or wrong. I will first be the one to openly admit that I do believe in a God. The portions of how I believe in it, that's really up to me. I don't mind sharing them with anybody who asks specifically, but that's neither here nor there. But observation is different. There's a belief and then there's observation. Now, perception changes according to who's looking and how they're seeing it. So once again, God is God. But other people like to look and go, well, you know what? It's really companionship they want. Now, oftentimes religion will tell you that you walk with God. God does things with you. Like, you are the reason for, like, he does things with you in mind. Oh, that was for a purpose. That was for a reason. So you're constantly looked after. But looking for aliens and other species, intelligent life particularly, that's an internal thing. You're looking to fill some void. When you look up at that beautifully dark sky, if granted you don't live in a city like Los Angeles where hell clearly spawned, threw up.
Seriously.
If you live in Los Angeles, I will say I'm sorry for you and leave while you can.
It's a crap hole. I've been there several times. Damn crap hole. I'm sorry for the people who live in Los Angeles and they have a lot of pride, but you don't have a real NFL football team there anymore. And I don't know. I mean,
You know what it is? It's really more like not to completely attack Los Angeles,
yeah, we're going on a
but
tangent.
it's
Let's
it's
do it.
kind yeah, yeah. It's kind of like having a really shitty first car, but that's your first car.
Dude,
You'll
get
be
get the
you'll be
hell out though.
you'll be goddamn dead in the grave before somebody talks shit on that old fucking Pinto. That
Yeah,
was your first fucking car, man. You
yeah,
defend it. No, it's a
yeah,
shithole of a car.
yeah.
You got rid of it and move on.
You live in LA and don't die there though. Don't
Yeah,
die. You
please.
don't want don't want to
Living
go
there
down.
is death. You're dying slowly. It's sucking life from you.
Oh my god, this is a
But
tangent.
yeah, so
Aliens.
anyways, well, sorry, I thought we were talking about a different kind of alien. So anyway,
Oh, okay.
but
Touche.
so here's the deal. All right, so you're looking for something. So if you live in a place where you can see the stars are quite beautiful. If you can, I highly recommend drive out to the desert somewhere, pull the car off, take a really warm sleeping bag, and spend it in a black light because you don't want scorpions to kill you.
Mm.
But spend a night or a couple hours looking at the stars. You need to be 100 miles away from a city that's light pollution. But once you are, you're gonna see some of the most beautiful shots you've ever seen. You're gonna see some of those beautiful things in the sky. And back in the day, before everybody had, basically what's called light pollution. As we make light
Mhm.
stronger to see, it pollutes outward. The light actually pollutes outward.
Yeah, I
Um,
have to interject real fast, like
yeah.
because I mean, I saw the night sky for the first time in my early 20s, and man,
Mm,
it literally was an amazing experience. I could see the arm of the Milky Way galaxy,
yes.
and
Yes.
I was like, we were in the car. I'm like, stop the car! We're way up in the mountains, and I went out, and it just unbelievable. It's something you have to do if you're a big city or suburbanite. You definitely have to at least see the stars once in your life.
I would say that it can be an epiphany for some people. Like the
Yeah.
the thoughts that look, on a mild side tangent, the human mind's a beautiful thing. Of all the bickering and arguing and bullshit stuff we go through, the asking of asinine questions, dealing with a range of, am I special? Is my money worth anything? Or
Mm.
economics, politics, all that's bullshit. At the end of the day, everybody's fucking beautiful if they let themselves just drop all the bullshit in their lives. And you go up and you look at the sky. Um, I There's going to be a portion of you that cry, and that is awesome because it's really one of the most beautiful sights. I have a telescope just for looking at the moon. It is a gorgeous sight. The moon itself it looks like it's be so plain and pale, but it's truly moving.
And that's just
But
one piece.
that's just one piece of a huge overarching. I mean, so what I'm saying is when you look up at that, you're actually looking inward and you're
Mhm.
looking at yourself and you're realizing how lonely you are as a human being, as an individual. Even when you're standing next to somebody and you're looking up and there's this silence, because generally in places where you can see the sky that beautifully, it's pretty silent. You're not in the jungle because you can see the sky, right? But things are really beautiful and gorgeous, and you're looking up, and it's really moving. It's touching, and you realize that you're alone, and it's like I said, it's a spiritual question. Is there life out there? You want to feel like a kinship, an attraction, like why it starts having you question your raison d'être, the reason for being. Why are you here? What's your purpose? Now, all that bullshit aside, all that deep bullshit aside, uh, are aliens out there? Well, once again, there's more than one kind of alien. I'm going to attack it first by saying that we're going to probably hit a couple of questions. We talked at one point in time in an alternate universe about time, space being infinite. It is not infinite. We we know we Here's what we know. We know that it could be infinite. We also know that we could never know if it's infinite.
Well, wait.
Yes.
We know that the universe is finite, though,
Well,
right?
once
I mean, we
again,
did the
no.
Doppler effect
Yes and no.
observation and everything.
Yes and no. Because you have one test which showed you that you could see kind of the curvature,
Yeah.
but that doesn't imply the end because you can't see unless you're there at the end, you can't be certain. So you can have a theory that it's finite, but what if instead there's another membrane pushing inward that's still part of the universe? You don't know. None of this is certain.
Okay.
Okay. The other portion is you can never know if something is infinite only if it's finite. You can never know if a broom handle is 30 miles long or infinite unless you travel the length of the stick. Right?
Well, I
So
mean, I have to stop you right there. I mean, I don't want to get on too much of a tangent of this of observation, but I mean, we have certain tools and certain ways of finding out the distance of things.
yes, we do.
I mean,
Uh,
well, go ahead.
no,
I,
no. The distance of things, that's actually still technically guesswork, but it works along a scientific observation. Um, you can also apply things like how something rotates by different spectrums of color.
you're
Uh,
supposed to turn off your phone
my
during the
phone is
show.
off.
What the hell was that then?
That was me making sure it was off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because I could never have an important phone call
Yeah, put your
ever.
phone on silent. All right,
Let's,
whatever.
do you want to
Well,
deviate or do you want to talk about fucking
let's
aliens?
talk about aliens. Where are the aliens, Adam?
So anyways, all that aside, there's a lot of things we could talk about here, but we know this that the universe isn't, as far as we're aware, isn't infinite. It could be, but here's something we know that if that was the case, the universe would be very cold.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because we do know that things, decay. Things don't go from cold to hot; they go from hot to cold. They cool down.
Yeah,
So we know that there's more than likely it's finite, and it's expanding. That doesn't mean it expands forever. It means that it could be leveling out. It could be like a drop. It could be anything. There's a lot of things it could be. It's hard to explain, but it has a finite amount of matter in it. Okay, if it was infinite, the answer would be almost assuredly yes, given that everything was exactly like us around us. In other words, like there was, more planets and suns and things that were within a
yeah.
certain distance. And if it was infinite, those would more likely happen several million times. Okay, so, but it's not. So now we have to ask this question. Um, our species came about after several cycles of life on our planet. Um, Assuming, of course, that you believe in evolution in a specific fashion, let's just assume that you're a very conscious human being that understands that there's validity to the science to evolution, just not the theory of evolution. So we're